So it was October 2024, just a year after returning from a 2-year break of social media and like normal life in general. I was serving as a missionary for my church in Buenos Aires, Argentina. I learned Spanish while I was there. So if you comment in Spanish, I would love to respond. But I sacrificed those 2 years and served God's children 24/7, not thinking about anything home life. So at that time, my social media presence was pretty decent, honestly, right before I had left on this mission in 2021. But for those years, I was virtually unable to post any content. Like, it's just something you just don't do when you're on your mission, right? But I did have my brother do a couple videos, like 6 maybe, but like that was nothing. And so I came back home from my mission, and here were the stats. I had 70,000 subscribers on YouTube, so pretty good. I had 39,000 followers on TikTok, pretty good as well. And then basically I had 500 followers on Instagram, like kind of basically nothing. Like I'd post and I would get like 1 like. This is from my dad. And I mean, at that time for TikTok before my mission, it was like when you could basically sneeze and go viral on TikTok. It was insane. And so, but when I came back home from my mission, this 2-year break, I virtually had nothing. They were like, I still had the followers. They didn't unfollow me, but I hadn't had views on my account in like 2 years. Like it was dead, completely dead, all of them. And my revenue was like basically 0 on everything. And it was like starting from ground zero. But I always knew that I wanted to work for myself and be an entrepreneur. Right after I got home from my mission, I went straight to BYU University, classic. And honestly, that was a very good idea because after being on a mission and being like super regimented, you have every single hour planned out on how you're gonna be productive. Sitting at my house and doing nothing sounded like literal misery. So school was good for me. It was good for me. It was good for me to get back into real life, basically. And I also started to get back in my old habits of drop shipping. You see, in the past, I had run several drop shipping stores. Some of them failed miserably, and then some were like exceptionally successful. They were so successful that it started to get in my head, honestly. I was a 17-year-old kid. I remember 1 month, I had made more that month than my mom's yearly salary as a school teacher at that same school. Like, I made her salary in a month, and I thought I was everything. I thought I was him. I was like, this is it, I'm him. And then the next month, and the next month, then like, after like the 3rd month though, our site started to have legal issues. We started making a certain amount of money and we weren't set up properly. And because of that, we got several cease and desist letters, which terrified me as a 17-year-old kid, right? So we had to shut down the business after that, unfortunately. And I was planning to leave my mission anyways, so I just kind of shut it down. So when I got back into college, I told 6 of my friends, I was like, hey, my idea was I'll basically teach them how to do drop shipping and help build a store with them, and then they run it. That was the idea, right? Obviously, it ended up just being me running everything and them just doing nothing because they didn't fully understand it, and they all failed. Every single one of them failed. They were like baby blankets, floating lights, like all these little viral things that you see that are classically drop shipped, but they all failed completely. And so I had lost quite a bit of that money that I had made from my high school years, basically. It wasn't like millions of dollars by any means, but it was like definitely thousands, and it was kind of a bummer in that sense, but it was just kind of a learning curve, honestly. I'm glad that I had it though. I'm glad that I learned about it. But at this point, I started to realize that I was neglecting my most valuable asset, and that was my social media account, my Custom Adventurist technology account. Now, this is like my passion, right? I love technology. It's so fascinating to me, and I love making videos about it. And I realized that I needed to start posting again. I just needed to do it. And not to mention, now there's this thing called Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. Like, before, those didn't exist. So it wasn't until October of 2024 when I was in my digital marketing class. I was at my university, and it's by this awesome guy who's like not even an actual professor. He's just kind of like he's called an adjunct professor. He's like from the actual industry. Way more valuable, by the way. My real marketing teacher sucked, but he was the GOAT. His name is Ryan Cook. He does lots of social media stuff, more LinkedIn. But he basically taught me how to go viral, or he taught a way of how to go viral, right? And this resonated with me. I was like, wow, I've done this before. Why am I not doing this? What am I doing with my life? And so he challenged us to post a couple times every week. And at that point, I was like, I just need to do it. I got to commit. So I started posting 1 time a day on all shorts between YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram Reels. And one thing I would do to get ideas for this is I would scroll for 30 minutes straight in just my niche, right? I would only watch videos that were in my niche and train my algorithm to give it only videos that would be like things that I could recreate and like kind of like get ideas from, so that I could kind of like make the content that's kind of going viral in the same niche of technology. And then it started to work. I remember my first time I went viral on Instagram Reels was in this time in October, and I got 27 million views on Instagram Reels. I didn't even think it was possible to go viral on Instagram Reels. Then after that, I saw this video from a content creator named Carter PCs. I don't know if you've heard of him or not, but he's a great guy. I'd love to meet him someday. And he talked about that he's been posting for 4 years straight, 3 times a day, and then 1 repost. And I was like, this must be the way. Like, this guy has millions of followers. It seems to be working. Like, I think if I just am consistent and making good enough quality, there's no way that I can't not go viral. So right around November, December of 2024, I started to decide to post 3 times a day, like Carter, in my short form content. So TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. And then I would also do 1 long video because I still love making long videos and they're a lot more profitable than Reels. So I want you guys to realize that at this time, when I started posting, like I was making very little off my social media. It may seem like if you're starting from zero, a decent amount, but it was not enough to cover my lifestyle. I was still living off all the money I had made in high school, and I was making around $1,000 to $1,500 every month, which is fine. But like in college, I had to pay for certain things, and it wasn't enough in reality. But I did have a lot of savings from this business I had run in high school. But I was losing money every month, the truth of the matter, which I really didn't like. It honestly caused me a lot of anxiety to think that it was just cash just dwindling. I mean, I'm grateful that I had it, but I don't like that. But my goal for 2024 at the time was to make $2,000 in a month, which sounded insane, honestly. I was like, I just can't do it. But that was because I just didn't fully grasp what I needed to do. Then I started posting 3 times a day, and that is what changed everything. I also got into the TikTok creativity program. I guess I could have gotten into it before, but I just never applied. I never thought about it. I don't know why. And I started to realize that TikTok had much higher ad rates than YouTube Shorts does. And so I started catering all of my videos that I would post to TikTok because they would pay way better. And Instagram doesn't pay crap for their creators, and they literally paid me nothing for like a lot of views. Like, we're talking a lot. And I remember in my second month of doing the TikTok Creator Fund, I had made 2,000 views in 1 month, which was my whole goal from last year. And that was just from TikTok though, which actually blew my mind. It kind of like made me realize like, dude, you can make a lot of money. And so with YouTube and TikTok combined, I probably made $3,500 that month, which actually was crazy. I was like, bro, I could live off this and more. Basically, I got to the point where I got my system down, locked. And this is so I could get 3 shorts done in like 1 to 2 hours, super quick. And so here, I'm gonna give you the whole rundown because I just wanna show you exactly how I've done it. Basically, I would go and I would scroll for 30 minutes getting ideas. But this time was like not scrolling freaking cat videos. It was like scrolling exactly my niche, liking and saving the ones that were going really viral. We're talking like they have to have at least 10,000 likes is what I'd say, or else it's just not worth it. Then after that, I would get a sticky note and I had to write down exactly the 3 shorts that I was gonna make that day. And then I would go and record them, right? I would batch record all 3 of them. And then I would import the footage into my CapCut. This is a CapCut Premium. I highly recommend it. Literally, I've tried many other editing softwares, Final Cut Pro. Actually, I've never tried Adobe, but DaVinci. But the thing is, like, the flow with CapCut is so amazing because they have all these insane AI features that are so simple to use. Their captions and all that stuff is just so nice. So for like speed and quality of shorts, I highly recommend CapCut. Like, if you like, I'm literally gonna link in the description because like you should be using it. Then after that, I would export one of the complete videos without audio for TikTok, and then one with music from Epidemic. It's a no copyright music platform. So basically they provide music that won't get copyrighted on YouTube, so you can get paid on them. This is a huge deal. Like, if you don't worry about this, you will not get paid on YouTube, really. So basically, I'll leave it linked in the description as well. But basically, it's just you download the music from there, and it's not copyright music. I've lost a lot of money because I've used copyright music, so don't do that. And by the way, all these videos were over a minute long because I'm trying to cater more to TikTok and less to YouTube and Instagram Reels. Then another thing that super helped me a lot is I made this template for Chat GPT that'll make all of my titles for me. Like, this was one of the parts that would take so long, is I'm trying to figure out all the hashtags and all that crap, right? And they're not like vital or by any means, but I do want to add them just to maybe add a little bit of reach. And so I made this template. I'll leave it linked in the description too. Might as well. Okay, fine. I'll drop it down there. All you do is paste that into chat, and then you type about what the video is about, and then it'll spit out a nice title, tags, everything for YouTube and Instagram Reels and TikTok. And so that actually helped me. That sped up my process so much once I was able to do that. And then the one I uploaded to TikTok, I'll just use the TikTok native music because it seemed to go a lot more viral. And for some reason, I got copy strike with my Epidemic music on TikTok. I don't get it. And then after that, that's one short. Posted on all 3 platforms, done, just like that. Now, this may seem like a very simple strategy, but it was very well thought out, and it's kind of like down to a T exactly what I need to do. Now, so that's like that's the process of how I did it and kind of like the more of the backstory, what are the actual results? And this is what I'm actually very proud of and honestly grateful for. First, I'm gonna start with TikTok. So as of right now, from the beginning of the year, this isn't even when I started posting. I'm just gonna, it's in the analytics is the easiest way to see it. But basically, this is from the beginning of the year, right? Since January 1st, 2025. We have done over 308 million views on TikTok, which is absolutely nuts. Like 308 million views. Like, I don't know. To me, that's insane. Like, I was mind blown when I was looking at that analytic. So just over 250 million views in 5 months. And then in that same time, I've grown 131,000 followers on TikTok. 131,000 in 5 months, which is nuts. Remember, my account was like basically dead. Like dead. Nothing, not a single view. And then also from the TikTok for the creator fund, it's made me just under 10K in that same time. So pretty good from that. All right, then as for Instagram doesn't really, they're really weird with their analytics. They won't show me more than 90 days. Which is kind of a bummer, but we've done well over 200 million views on Instagram and gained over 50,000 followers, which is insane. Like, Instagram was literally nothing. I had like 2 posts and I had like maybe 400 followers from random people in my high school. And unfortunately, Instagram does not pay for any of those views. So like technically I didn't make any money from that, I guess, like directly. Then on YouTube, this is one I'm most proud of. I don't know why, because I just have this special spot for YouTube for me. I've gotten over 110 million views and gained over 67,000 followers, 67,000 subscribers in just this year so far. And we've made just over 11K in YouTube ad revenue alone. Now, my current numbers on my accounts are YouTube 161,613 subscribers. TikTok was 185,700 followers. And then Instagram is 52,500 followers. So like absolutely insane. And my goal at the beginning of this year was to make 10K in a month, right? This seemed like a 10X jump. There's this book I listened to at the beginning of the year. It's called 10X is Easier Than 2X. I don't remember who it's by. I can link it in the description if you want. It was an awesome book, right? It talks about this concept, how doing everything possible to get to 10 times more is easier than doing just enough to do 2 times more. It's hard to explain, but it's a very good book, right? This helped me a lot. It seemed impossible at the time when I was making the goal. I was like, oh dude, maybe by December I'll make $10,000, right? Because December is when they have the best ad rates, right? But this month of May, already, we're on May 23rd right now as of recording this video. We have already made almost 7K just between YouTube ad revenue and TikTok creator fund. And then we have another in the pipeline, 3 to 4K of sponsorships, and then even more after that. So like, as of right now, we're at basically 11K on the month, which is insane to me. I was like, it grew so fast just by posting so much. And so those are my goals right now. I want to hit 200,000 followers on YouTube. At this point, my goal is 200,000 followers on TikTok. I actually had to change that goal. Might have to change it again. And Instagram is 100K followers, right? And the reason I'm making this video is not to just flex. I just want to give backstory to who I am and kind of explain what posting 3 times a day has done for me, at least. I truly love helping others. Like, I don't want this account to be just massive. I'd rather have it be a small account that has really, like, I want you guys to be my friends, if that makes sense. Like, not gonna lie, making lots of videos like this, a lot of normal people don't understand, if that sounds weird, but like a lot of people just don't get it. And it's kind of hard for me to resonate. And I want to find more people that are like me, and I love to help them. And then it like helps me feel valued. I don't know. It just feels like the right direction for me, honestly. I mean, I'm still gonna be doing my other account, obviously. I love that account, right? I love the technology. I love all the things it comes with, but I also want to keep growing it. You know what I'm saying? So all I ask is for you to just follow this account, because all I will be posting is things of value, things that would have helped me if I were in a different position right now, things that would have helped people that are just starting. All of these things are things that I'll be posting. I want to help you guys have the same success that I have had so far. Am I the GOAT? Am I Mr. Beast? No, but I think that we've almost done 500 million views in the year of 2025 so far, which to me sounds insane. And I hope you guys make even more money than I do and create freedom for your life, honestly. Like, I know for me, I got married on May 3rd. So like almost 3 weeks ago now, right? I'm married. Ring. And I'm from Utah. Got married in Bountiful, Utah, right? And I needed a break. And so we just decided to move to Europe for the summer. But the thing is, I can do this because I can work from wherever I want. Can't tell how many people at my wedding were like, you're just moving to Europe? I'm like, I hate to be like, yeah, I'm an influencer. I hate that term. I'm like, I make YouTube videos, basically, is what I would tell them. I just want you guys to know that I'm not gonna sell you any courses. That's one thing that I think that for this channel, the selling of the knowledge is not something I wanna do. I know that lots of people do that. You can make a lot of money that way, but I would rather just give away the knowledge and then just take commission from the tools. Basically, the only ways I'll be making money from this account are one, YouTube ad revenue. So basically you guys paying with your time, and then also affiliate links. So that's just basically like, if you see the value in the tool, you go and use it, right? I mean, I use them. I'm only be showing the things that I've used and I'm gonna use. You paying with your time, and then also just taking commission on the tools. No courses, no selling knowledge by any means. You guys get the knowledge for free. I'll give all the knowledge I possibly can for free. So yeah, anyways, this is the start of a great channel, I can already tell, and I can't wait to meet. I would honestly be so down. Like, if you're still watching this video, it's probably a long video at this point, you're probably not. I wanna have such a close-knit following that I could literally just give out my phone number or something like that. I want you guys to be my friends. I wanna help you. I want you guys to help me. That's what I want for this channel. I don't want 1 million followers, because then it's just like spam at that point. I'd be down to have 1,000 followers, but all 1,000 of those are like my friends. That was what I'd rather have over 1 million followers any day of the week. I can have 1 million on my other Custom Adventurist account, but this one, I don't even care. I just want to be buddies with you guys, truly. So anyways, I'll probably be continuing with my original strategy, which is 1 long video a week and 3 shorts a day, and we'll see how we can grow. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'm Ben, and it was a pleasure.